ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Memphis as we started out with first round of Pro Street Eliminator. Who would have ever thought you'd see two 1955 Chevrolets shaking the rubber out of the waterbox area? How about this guy? The number 10 qualified 55 Chevy of Scott Long out of Scotts Valley backs up into the hot rubber. He laid down on the burnout. The 648 cubic inch power plant of Scotty Long. He'll take on Jim Hunt out of Plant City, Florida. The number 7 qualifier today. The 55 Chevrolet came in, ran into the field really good. This is going to be a battle. All year long, they've been battling to see who has the fastest and the quickest 1955 Chevy. Let's see. 2 shoe boxes getting to bring themselves to life, clearing the RPMs up. The nitrous oxide sponsored. Scotty Long. Jim Hunt takes his time clearing the motor. I'm going to tell you what, Pro Street fans, get your cameras ready. This is going to be a wild one. And the RPMs come up, both 55 Chevrolets into the beams, ready to go. It's going to be an awesome one. Let's watch and see. Hole shot goes over to Scotty Long, not by much, 524 to a 25, down to the top end. Scotty Long puts the Plant City man away in that final 743, 184 to a 792. That'll bring up the next 2 cars. Steve Carrier out of Farmington, Connecticut with the burnout. And ladies and gentlemen, the Bowman has reached the grounds this afternoon. Mike the Bowmaster Bowman out of Hesperia, California, the 1968 Chevrolet Chevelle, 632 cubes of borrowed motor under the hood, and the Farmington, Connecticut-based Monte Carlo 1998. The Blowmaster sponsored Steve Carrier. Watch this. The number 11 qualified Mike Bowman would be the biggest upset of the day if he could put away the number 6 qualified Steve Carrier. Now the 98 Monte Carlo rolls in. Let's watch and see if he can handle the kid from California. Will he pan for gold or will he ride a donkey bag? Down off the starting line. A beautiful lead for both drivers. Look at this. I cannot believe it. Bowman puts away Carrier in the first round. The chute is out, and Bowman will be back to battle. Unbelievable. Now that'll bring up the number 9 qualifier. Mark Tate getting ready to battle here, and he will take on no other than Rod Williford out of the number 8 spot today out of Arlington, Tennessee. Better known as the Arlington, Tennessee hitman himself. Williford with the stereo, the power windows, and everything to boot. Now they'll back up and prepare to battle. I wouldn't know who to pick in this outing. It's Mark Tate, really a hard competitor here out of North Canton, Ohio. His 67 648 cubic inch big block Chevrolet running a set of Blowmasters here this weekend, preparing to take on one tough customer. They're into the beams. Lights are coming down here in the first round. The new generation Chevrolet Camaro looks to get out first. Down on the top end, though. Look at Mark Tate coming back with a vengeance in this round. Tate goes to the next round with a 728 to a 730. You thought the action wasn't going to be cool here in Memphis. Just hang on. Casper has reached the grounds again. Here comes Mike Moran out of Dearborn Heights, Michigan, the 99 Chevrolet Camaro, 615 heart-beating Chevrolet cubes under the hood of that machine. He's going to take on Steve Greetman. Greetman out of Troy, Texas in his 67 Dukes. Well, the Red Line Oil sponsored Mike Moran, the Flowmaster Muffler Man, the guy who laid down the law to the 200-mile-per-hour mark. Throughout the years has been one tough competitor, and the kid definitely went on a dream voyage and built this beautiful Chevrolet Camaro. He's been a tough customer. Let's see, usually on any given day, you'll see Mike Moran taking home the big marbles. By the way, one of the winningest money drivers in Pro Street history. So rolling up, there's the whole crew watching as Moran rolls in. Can he put away the little deuce? He knows how tough those deuces can be as they leave the starting line. Mike Moran looks to be on front by a bit here out of Dearborn Heights. He's got the better hole shot, and he proves it at the top end. 715 at 198 miles per hour. All right, here comes the number 15 qualifier. On any given day, Tony Bautier would find himself through 1 through 5. But right now, he's just wishing on a prayer that he can get through this round. The number 2 qualifier he'll pair up with Steve Kirk Jr. out of the Kirk Speed Shop out of Monroe, Georgia. The 1969 648 cubic inch Chevy Camaro. One tough customer, the automatic. Darryl and the boys sitting back there. They got the Flowmaster strapped on, and they are ready for the action here. This is going to be an awesome outing. In Pro Street style racing, this is what it's about. Both drivers watching the lights as they roll in. Watch as, I believe, Steve Kirk right on the money here today in qualifying, showing it that Kirk comes in the number 2 spot. Very respectable. He'll roll in. Kirk now takes his time, bumps that automatic Chevrolet into the vans, leaves the starting line. Steve Kirk with a tremendous lead, 483 on the tree, and Bautier maybe going back to the takes the win, 7:26 to a 7:26. All right, race fans, you want to talk steel, you want to talk heavy metal? On a San Martin, California, burning his way to the line, no other than Joe Dell'Amore in the 1966 Chevy Chevelle. How about the Nova fans sitting out there? Here comes Rick Alford out of Independence, Indiana in the 70 Nova. The automatic transmission. No Lenko clutch car here. This is all automatic in the big 66 Chevelle. First time I've ever witnessed Rick Alford as he'll roll into the beams. Good luck to him taking on the big man from California. If you hear some of the pro street names in California, you know who I'm talking about. The 1966 Chevrolet Chevelle rolls into the high gear. Can he get out front? Dell'Amore with an easy win, 768, 179 miles per hour to an 898 at 130 for the Nova. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here comes number 3 qualifier. Tony, the Hurricane Christian, with an awesome burnout in the Flowmaster-sponsored Pontiac Trans Am. He'll take on Billy Webb, the only small block Chevrolet power plant in competition this afternoon on nitrous oxide. Let's watch as they roll to the starting line. RPM's coming up. The Lenko transmission, clutch-style Pontiac of Christian leads the starting line. Christian finds himself out, trained by Billy Webb. He's got to get around the 8th mile mark. Can he do it? The win light goes to Christian. Look at the number, 7.18 seconds at over 180 miles per hour. Billy Webb brings the small block to a halt at 7:51.84. Holy cow, here comes the number 1 qualifier out of Carrollton, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Pat Musey. Terry Chitty, he knows he's got his hands full. Chitty has to be looking to the right going, man, I come here to race Pro Street in Memphis, and look who I match up with in my first outing. Number 1 qualified Pat Musey, Mr. 200. The man that has gone already 204 plus miles per hour in that car. Let's see if Pat Musey can advance to the second round. Musey leaves the starting line. Look at the whole shot. The whole shot would go over to Chitty with a 5.12. Musey's got problems, and the underdog flies to Sweet Polly Purebred for another round. Amazing. Terry Chitty puts Musey away, 7:56, 182. He advances to round number 2 of Pro Street action.